Hello students, I am Madhuri Mishra. Today I will teach you class 10th history, first chapter, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. So firstly, look at this particular figure. It's in starting of your chapter. This picture was made by Frédéric Soriot, a French artist in 1848. Frédéric Soriot, a French artist, in 1848 prepared a series of 4 prints visualizing his dreams of world made up of democratic and social republic. The first print shows the people of Europe and America marching in a long train and offering homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass it. The torch of alignment was carried by a female figure in one hand and the Charter of the Rights of Man in the other. On the earth, in the foreground, lie the shattered remains of the symbols of absolutists, institutions. The Soriot Utopia vision, the people of the world are grouped as distinct nations, identified through their flags, national costume. The procession was led by the United States and Switzerland, followed by France and Germany. Following the German people are the people of Austria, the Kingdom of Two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, and Russia. From the heavens above, Christ's saints and angels gaze upon the scene. They have been used by the artist to symbolize fraternity among the nations of the world. So during the 19th century, nationalism emerged as a force which brought huge change in the political and mental world of the Europe. The end result of these changes was the emergence of the nation state. So what we see in the particular figure that the Frédéric Soriot had picturized here, it's an utopia vision. It's an imagination of a Soriot that he just imagine a united nations. In future, he thought that all free empire were together and make a united nation. Now, so in the particular chapter, by the starting of the figure made by Frédéric Soriot, we just study about the idea of nationalism, the whole chapter in Europe. So we have some subtopics are there in the particular chapter. First subtopic is the French Revolution and the idea of the nation. French Revolution. You earlier learned in class 9th about French Revolution. Second subtopic, the making of nationalism in Europe. In the particular topic, we will study about which kind of society in Europe and what are their intentions and what are their importance. Third subtopic is the age of revolution between 1830 to 1848. In the particular topic, we'll study about the revolution that was led by the nationalists in different European empires. The next subtopic is the making of Germany and Italy. Under this topic, we'll study about how the Germany and Italy unified and converted as a United Nation. Next one is your visualizing the nation. Visualizing the nation, that means the nation as their motherland, and then they involve in revolution. And the last topic is nationalism and imperialism. When the nationalism came in Europe, the imperialism also connected it. That means now the nationalist states were enlarging their areas, they spread their areas by capturing the other countries. So we'll start our first subtopic, the French Revolution and the idea of the nation. So the French Revolution started in 1789, which was the first expression of nationalism in Europe. As you know, student, this is a particular topic, that is a particular line, that is French Revolution was the first expression of nationalism in Europe. How you can say that? Or justify the particular statement. So we can say that the French people demanded abolishment of monarchy and establishment of democracy. In France, the Bourbon family, the Bourbon Empire were just ruling there. People were not happy with the system of the rulers, so they demanded to abolish the monarchy and establish a democracy. They want to. Here are some major changes during French Revolution. When the people started revolution here, firstly, the La Pétra and the La Citoyenne emphasized united community and equal rights. Power transferred from monarch to common people. In French Revolution, when the French Revolution started, people focused on united community and they all want an equal right. The power transfer from monarch to common people. This was a major change. Introduce new flags. People make their new flags, that gives a unity. French became the national language. New national anthem composed and oath taken. State General elected by common people and renamed National Assembly. Internal custom duties were abolished. Nationalism idea taken abroad by the French army. So this was the major changes that was happening during the French Revolution. Here people wanted a right. They want equal right. They abolished the monarchy system. They made their own flags. They make National Assembly. Custom duties were changed. Here France reached the different cities of Europe. Students and other members and educated middle classes began setting up Jacobin clubs like. The French armies, which moved into different other European countries just like Holland, Belgium, Switzerland and much of the Italy in 1970s. With the outbreak of Revolutionary War, the French armies began to carry the idea of nationalism abroad. Yes, French Revolution was the first expression of nationalism in Europe. It inspires all over the European people to free them from the aristocracy system. When after French Revolution, there was a big change here. When the monarchy abolished there and there is a new democracy came. At that time, from 1789 to 1799, between these 10 years, here a new system was emerged, that was emerged by the Napoleon. Napoleon seized political power by civil code of 1804. Napoleon seized their political power in 1799. When after French Revolution in 1799, Napoleon emerged there and is totally converted the system in France. Napoleon has two phases. The work of Napoleon divided into two phases, that is a positive effect and a negative effect. Napoleon do a number of changes here in France. This was also called the Napoleonic Code or the Civil Code of 1804. It was with a wide swathe of territory that came under Napoleon's control. Napoleon set about introducing many of the reforms that he had already introduced in France. This was also called two phases, that is a positive effect and a negative effect. Napoleon do a number of changes here in France. This was also called the Napoleonic Code or the Civil Code of 1804. It was with a wide swathe of territory that came under Napoleon's control. Napoleon set about introducing many of the reforms that he had already introduced in France. This was also called the Civil Code of 1804, or we also can say that the Napoleonic Code. It has two effects. One is your positive effect and second is a negative effect. So what are the positive effects of Napoleonic Code in France? Established equality before law. When Napoleon came again in France and he just established a dictatorship here. And firstly, what he do? He established equality before the law. Then right to property. He just provided that everybody, the peasants or everybody has right to property. That means everybody has their own right on their own property. There is no noble and there is no nobility were there. Third one is your feudal system was abolished. It's a very good thing done by the Napoleon in France. That is, the feudal system was abolished. Then freed peasants from serfdom and guild restrictions were removed. Transport and communication system were imposed. This was the good things that were done by the Napoleon in France. But there was some bad things also that he do, and that just people were just unhappy. The first one is your increase the tax. When he saw the people just have a good faith on Napoleon, he just started to impose a new system here that just people were not happy with this. That is increased tax. Censorship were imposed. Censorship were imposed, that means if particular people or any newspaper or other system were just criticizing the Napoleonic system or the Napoleon, he just censored that matters, then he just spread the messages. Next one is your forced to join French armies. It is very bad that people were very unhappy with this particular system, that Napoleon forced the French people to join the army. Why he do this so? Why he just force the people to join the army? Because he want to make his army powerful for capturing the other European states and just enlarge their area to make itself a powerful. But people always not happy with this. This particular process is not going so long, because in 1815 there was a battle of Waterloo between the Napoleon and the Persia, Russia, Austria and Britain. These particular regions were not happy with the system that were imposed by the Napoleon in France. So they all are against Napoleon and they attacked on Napoleon in 1815. The particular battle was called the Battle of Waterloo. In the particular battle, Napoleon was defeated by these particular regions, that is Prussia, Russia, Austria and Britain. And after this particular battle, there was a Treaty of Vienna between Napoleon and these particular regions. After this Treaty of Vienna, in France, these regions were again re-established the monarch system in France. So my dear students, in the particular topic, I explain you about the French Revolution and the idea of nationalism in India and the impact of French Revolution in the other regions. We discuss about the Napoleonic Code. The Napoleonic Code is a very important topic that came in examination in 3 marks. The positive effect and the negative effect of the Napoleonic Code. The Treaty of Vienna. Now, it is the first part of my particular chapter. In the second part, I will explain you about the making of nationalism in Europe. Thank you.